Total pleasure and delight putting this show together, and we hung it on Tuesday, and so it just makes such a difference to see work in this kind of context. So obviously I really love art, and I'm a big supporter of art. I started this art school in 2004, and one of the reasons I decided to study art when I was 17 is because I couldn't decide what to study, because I loved everything. I took biology courses, I liked chemistry, I liked geometry, so I thought, well, if I study art, I get to study everything. And it was a really good choice, because I did, throughout my artistic life, I had thought to study everything. And in my dream world, I think everyone should study art before they do anything else, because studying art gives you the kind of confidence you can't get in any other discipline, because it's the only form of discipline where you put your whole self out there. Because even if you think about, even writing is not out there up on the wall. When I was going to art school, I used to work at another university, and I hung out with literature students, and I'd always tell them like how many people would cry each day. I don't want to scare you off, but it's just like it's very, it's just because it is a really kind of personal thing to have your work there, and all the people who are artists and partake in this show, you know that feeling. And so if you can go through that, you have the confidence to do anything. And I think like one of the skills that being an artist or studying art gives you is it gives you the skill to be an entrepreneur, because you're able to think outside the box, you're able to think really creatively. And I think a lot of times people think, well, I shouldn't study art, or parents think, well, I shouldn't have my son or daughter study art because there's no future in it. But the truth of it is, if you study art, you can do anything. I have a student who's now going to medical school, and there's all kinds of studies being done that, well, actually at Harvard, they make medical students take art courses, not how to draw, but they make them go to museums to look at artwork, because if you can look at artwork and think about artwork, you're able to, first of all, you're able to see things more, but you're also able to think abstractly. And there's a whole new field of medicine called narrative medicine, which is actually in Prince George. They're doing all kinds of really interesting courses in this where they teach narrative medicine, and they start with visual art and then they do writing. But visual art makes you think in a way that's very different than writing, and it does prepare you for everything. So I just want to just put it out there how fantastic it is to study art, and in part why I'm being so enthusiastic about it, because I think our culture tends to tell people, you shouldn't go into art because you're not going to make money. But I think that if you go into art, you'll find what is really true to yourself, and you'll end up making money at something you love, and there's nothing better than that. I mean, being an artist gave me the confidence to start an art school. I mean, how crazy is that? But I love art, and I was determined. I've done other kinds of jobs, I've worked in offices, but I was determined to make a living at what I love, and it really does come together. So I just want to let you know how much pleasure I got putting the show together, looking at people's work, and seeing your passion for art at your age, and I just want to encourage you to keep going with it. So thank you very much. So I'd like to introduce one of our students, Jessica Zakian, and she's just going to say a few words about her experience at the school. So welcome, Jessica.
I'm Jessica, and I'm in between my second and third year in the diploma program. And before I came to Visa, I did a bachelor's degree at ExhibitVic in art history. And so I obviously was interested in the arts, and like Wendy, art history was a way for me to study everything instead of having to pick philosophy or political science or religious studies. I got to just do it all. And since I've been at Visa, I've noticed some things that I kind of wish I had done this before I went to university, because one of the big things is that you learn in art school is to trust your creative process. And that has helped me manage stress in my life in all areas. It helps me know that I'll do what needs to be done when it needs to be done. And I don't have to kind of think about it all week and worry about it until the time comes. The other thing about it is that, university isn't as strict as they tell you it is in high school. But it's also very impersonal. It's a big institute. They're usually huge institutions. The administrators don't know you from anyone else. And although there's always extensions for papers and, it's not as kind of like looking over you and rapping your knuckles the way you might think it is, it's also really hard to kind of find your way and to have that on top of living away from home for the first time. That's really hard. It's a huge load. And at Visa, the first time I called to just find out, they were really friendly. And the second time I called, they recognized my voice, let alone came to know me and support me and understand what I was interested in and what I was working with and working against. And all of those things really helped me, I think would really help everyone understand what it's really like to go to school after high school. And so I would really say that a year at Visa would be a great prep for anyone to, whether you're going right into the job market after high school or you're planning on going to university. It just helps you understand how the real world actually works. And thirdly, I would say too, I have a friend right now who's an artist, and she's moving to California next month, and she needed to raise a bit of money to go down there. And so she's having an auction right now on Facebook where she's just put up little drawings and paintings. And it's one of those things where I found that now that I'm in art school, it gives my art a legitimacy. And now that people know that about me, they're always asking me to do things like make a sign for this event, or kind of design a poster for something. And it's really great. It's like I'm a freelancer without setting myself up to be one. It's a skill that people really, really value. And it can be kind of annoying sometimes when you're good at it, because it seems like, well, it's not a big deal. But actually, once you have a few credentials, people start coming to you with work to do. And I found that to be really exciting as well. So, yeah.
Nice, And then this is St. Philip. He's our associate director and also a teacher. And he was with me since I started the school. We started with...
Before.
Oh yeah, before. We started with 5 instructors and 47 students. So Zane is going to talk a little bit about the process of what we went through looking at the work, because we selected one person for the grand prize, and then we have 2 second prizes instead of a second and third, and then we have prizes for all participants.
So I'm just a little bit nervous that I might forget something I'm supposed to do. So I won't do it necessarily in order, but the lady over here in the red sweater, she is going to record the students' schools, because we don't know everyone's school that necessarily applied here. And then Jessica Kay over here, she's my assistant anyway. Before you all leave, we'd love to get a photograph of each person in front of their artwork. So Jessica is going to take your photo. So we won't get a chance probably to do it when we're giving out the awards, but it's too hard to move everyone around. Yeah, the process. Well, you can imagine how difficult it is to do something like this, and I certainly judged enough exhibitions and things like that. But this was a really special, a real special one to do. We actually had 3 of the faculty and 3 artists. So we had 6 people in all give a little vote on how they thought it should be. And we called it first, second, and third, even though it's first, second, and second. So we wrote up these, independently we wrote up who we thought should win those awards. And part of it was, I think we talked about how how these artists would fit into Visa and could we, welcome them here, and of course we would welcome them here, and so it was a pretty important decision to make, and also really, really difficult because you really want to include everything, and as Wendy's already alluded to, we do have a gift for everyone. So,
That's what we're like here.
that's what we're like. So, I guess, do you want me to begin with, how do you want me to begin? With?
Well, why don't we start with the grand prize?
So we'll start with the grand prize winner, and that would be for a year's tuition at Visa. And Eric, would you please come up and get your...
Eric.
Is that right? Yes. And first of the second prizes would be Kelsey Moore. Kelsey. I should maybe just point out Eric's work, because we'll point out those three people. This is Eric's painting here, and then the nude on the north wall down there, the one that's mostly light values. And Kelsey, your artwork is this one here, and one of those there. Okay, fantastic. And then our second of the second prizes is Emily Sefton. Emily? And Emily, what school are you from?
It's the French school as well. École de Toulouse.
Oh, you got that? Okay. And Kelsey, which school did we get? Kelsey's school? Fairmont Secondary.
And Emily's work is this one here and this one over here. And now for everyone else, you all get a prize because the work is really good.
Yeah.
So,
And we're also really happy to host you all here as well. So first one will be for Anya Aldrich. Anya did that fantastic video over there. Yeah. And Sophie Victoria Baines. Is Sophie here? Maybe she's
I know
not here.
there's one
Some of the...
person that can't make
Yeah.
it.
And Emma Causey. Emma. Yes. Yeah. And Allie Green. Allie Green. I don't think Allie's here.
I don't think she's here.
Are you her dad?
Yeah, right.
Oh, well, good to see you. Okay. I hope she's, is she around somewhere? Are you her brother? Oh, you guys kind of have her together. Okay. Well, thanks to Allie. Okay, and Emily Harding.
She's not here, but I'll take it for her.
Okay, are you mom?
No, I'm teacher.
Your teacher. Oh, thank you. What school are you from?
Claremont?
Claremont. Yeah. Okay, so you're the art teacher from Claremont.
Yeah, and so is this lady.
Oh, so let's talk later. Yeah, so, I really want to just take this moment, of course, to thank all the students who are here, but of course, thank the moms and dads and the brothers and sisters, and of course, thank all the art teachers too. So thanks for coming out. That's great. And Jessica Hawko. District Secondary School. And Kira Hurley. Kira, welcome. Oh, okay, you got that? Okay, great. Thank you. Thank you. And Matt Hikaway. Matt, you're not here? Okay. And Levi, is Levi here? Levi?
I think Levi is from Qualcomm
Qualcomm,
Beach. I don't
okay.
think he'll be here.
Levi did the mask.
The mask here
And
and
the owl with the red mustache. And Matt did the bulldog in that corner. And then the drawing with the Canadian flag. life.
Okay. And Marnie Gallo? Marnie? Do you know which art Marnie's there? Okay, I'm going to challenge my pronunciation skills here. Mahua? Mahua Doward Seichter. No, I don't. It's got a great name. That's one good name. Karina Pogler. Sarah Reimer.
She's not here either, I'm gonna take.
Oh, well, you're getting all these awards because you got 2 of them. Thank you.
Well, actually 3 to Kelsey.
Okay, great.
You are.
Heather Faye Seconder. Spectrum. Yep, thank you. Emma Tennant. Alberta Trelawney. Yeah, thank you. Got a great name too, Alberta. My goodness. And Rachel West. Rachel. Glenmont. Yeah. And the last person is Megan Zook Brown. Megan, there you are. Gulf Spring, right? Yeah.
Gulf Island Secondary.
Gulf Island Secondary.
So
Okay, and
there's
that's
20 there were 21 students altogether, and I think it's about 12 different high schools. So, and we have a list of the students on the door, on both doors, just if you're curious to see. We're just gathering a list of the high schools. Well, congratulations again, everyone. I hope you always feel free to come to the school. We have art openings every month, and we always have different kinds of activities going on. I do a weekly newsletter which gives information about contemporary art around the world, and just really kind of talking about how art is part of everybody's life. So let this be a continuing relationship. So.
Thank you.